Listen, it wasn't a great weekend for people who I like watching on television. Like watching Jay Williams. I like watching Kenny Smith. But Jay Williams saying Caitlin Clark isn't great yet because she hasn't won a championship. And so I guess Larry Bird wasn't a great college player, right? We can go out on the list of people who aren't great players because they didn't win a championship. And by the way, Iowa, not exactly the hotbed of women's college basketball prior to Caitlin Clark's arrival there. And I didn't get that one. And I can't wait to see more Caitlin Clark. This tournament, I will be watching Iowa tournament games. And I will be following her career. By the way, does anybody shoot a basketball like Caitlin Clark and have the rim swallow it up? Right? Like, I don't know what it is with her. Is it the rotation, the spin, where the ball just hits the air and just sucks right in? Like it's a gravitational pull. She's unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
And then to say, well, I don't consider her great until she wins a championship, which is what does that even mean? What does that even...
I don't know.
Okay. And then...
Laughable.
Can I ask a question, though?
Sure.
Has anyone ever, in any argument about who is the GOAT in anything, no one ever gets credit for being great unless they've won a championship? I mean, if that were the case, that wasn't the case, then all these quarterback conversations, we'd be talking about Dan Marino. But who, in my opinion,
is a great...
yeah, but no one ever, when you do your Mount Rushmores, when you do your greatest quarterbacks, Dan Marino was never listed in there. Why? Because he never won a Super Bowl.
But he's on somebody's.
But
I mean,
I understand these people saying she can't be considered the greatest because no one ever gets that title until you win a championship. She is a great player, though. That's ridiculous. But I don't think you can be in the all-time greatest category without. And I'm not making these rules. These just seem like
I understand.
Sports argument
I understand
rules
what you're
that have
saying,
been going on for generations.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, Jay said she's not great.
Yeah, not great. Yeah.
And then he compared her to Diana Taurasi, who, three-time championship. Breonna Stewart, who won.
I hear you. But I mean,
from high school to.
It's just not. Some things don't need to be parsed, is what I'm saying. And that leads me to the 3-point shootout between Steph Curry and Sabrina Ionescu. And in my household, where my daughter, Taylor, is an all-star for her current rec league, her team, she plays for the Liberty.
Hey,
Liberty.
You laugh, sir.
Who laughed?
But yesterday, hold on a minute. Hold on. You laugh, sir. But yesterday, before their game, when they all huddled up, and instead of saying Liberty on 3, they sang that theme song.
It's very
and I'm
catchy,
like,
man.
okay, that's what 10-year-old girls will do.
Very catchy.
So what I mean,
I didn't laugh.
I know that, but you said that. It's funny. You think like a child is basically what I'm saying.
Yeah, but you're not just figuring this out. You knew this.
So at any rate, in our household, it was funny. I turned to Susie. I'm like, did you hear what they just did to break the huddle?
That's hilarious.
So, I guess they'll bring an emu out next for halftime.
And a guy with a fake mustache.
Doug? I hope Doug doesn't show up. That would be creepy.
Liberty.
Bottom line is this. So Sabrina's a New York Liberty. My daughter's a Liberty, and she's getting into basketball more than ever. So, and obviously she knows who Steph Curry is and she knows who Sabrina is. So we're going to watch this thing. Mm-hmm. And sure enough, we're watching this thing, and thank goodness Taylor's not picking up on some of this stuff, because I have no idea why in the moment that the competition was over, after Sabrina cleans out the first rack perfectly and puts up 26 points, which was enough to make the men's actual 3-point shooting contest final, right?
Right.
That Steph, when Steph puts up 29, this now sparks a debate as to why Sabrina didn't shoot from the WNBA three-point line as opposed to where she shot it from the NBA three-point line, because the whole point of this is it's about shooting and skill. And that's what it's about. And how
Great shot.
if you have a great shot like Sabrina Ionescu, then gender doesn't matter. It's about skill and shooting and guts and determination and focus. That's what it's about. Not like, well, she used this ball and he used that ball and she should have shot from this point. And if you make that point once, that's, annoying enough, but they just kept going on. Him and Reggie Miller start sparking a conversation. Well, there's a men's tee and a women's tee in golf. You're missing the point. And we were just sitting there going, what's the matter with people who I adore normally listening to? Like, why are we, this is not the real estate to use this. Sue Bird tweeted out, why, essentially, like, you needed a woman on the microphone here because there's nuance and backstory. And part of the backstory is, Sabrina told the story that she wanted to play with boys because she was good. Back when she was a kid and she was told that she should go home and play with her dolls or something like that. And even one point, Kenny Smith goes, and at the very end of this moment that I'm trying to enjoy with my daughter and in peace, and instead there's some sort of alpha male argument that I would want to step away from at the bar if I was hearing it. Between two guys at a bar, I'd step away and go down at the other end of the bar to avoid this. I'm subjected to this nonsensical, missing the complete point of this moment that is the pinnacle of the weekend, as it turned out. I'm like, what is going on here? I'm subjected to this. And I didn't quite understand it. And then so Kenny at the end ends this whole thing with, oh, by the way, and I tell my daughters it's okay to play with dolls. What did that even mean? Because it's not like Sabrina said, hey, I don't want to play with dolls. I want to play with the boys. She could do both. Because she's that good. What does that even mean? I tell my daughter, like, it's not like she's telling girls it's bad to play with dolls. She's telling girls, if you're good enough, go kick the boy's ass. I don't know what the hell happened there. So, and like I said, I love Kenny. That was just disappointing, to say the least. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.